up to the welterweight division. If a big money opponent can't be found at 140 pounds, they're talking about Pernell Whitaker, they're talking about Hector Camacho, talking about a lot of potential fights for Chavez. Here he is in non-title action. And Merian starts out quickly. Of course, Chavez, the consummate boxer puncher, guy who stalks his prey, is so fundamentally sound. Never losing a fight in his pro career. Turned pro at age 17, 6th-round KO of Andres Felix. Been perfect ever since. Won his first title in September of '84, knocking out Mario Martinez in the 8th round to capture the WBC Super Featherweight Championship. Destroyed Roger Mayweather in 2 rounds. Defended the 130-pound title on 9 occasions before capturing the WBA lightweight title with an 11th round stoppage over Edwin Rosario. He then added the junior welterweight crown, WBC version, or the super lightweight crown, whichever you prefer, beating Mayweather again. And he knocked out Mayweather in the 10th round in that bout in May of 1989. Since then, he's also added the IBF championship. Well, he is the WBC IBF champion. You see Chavez basically taking his time. He's not the fastest starter in the world. Likes to see what his opponent has. Chavez rather impressive in March, knocking out John Duplessis. There's a little low blow. Last fight, a very, well, I wouldn't say a sloppy affair, but a boring affair in September against Lonnie Smith. But didn't seem to come to fight. We're winding it down. First round here between Julio César Chávez and Jorge Merian. Might disagree, but Julio César Chávez's record speaks for itself. 75-0 with 61 knockouts. Also WBC and IBF championships at 140 pounds. By the way, the WBA champion is Edwin Rosario of Puerto Rico, a guy Chavez has beaten already. And the WBO champion is Hector Macho Camacho, a guy who wants to fight Chavez in the worst way. Other challengers are lining up to face Chavez, namely Angel Hernandez of Puerto Rico, undefeated fighter who is maneuvering himself into top contention. There's been talk of Chavez moving up to fight Simon Brown at 147 pounds, moving up to fight Eldrick Taylor at 147 pounds, maybe even fighting Pernell Whitaker at 140 pounds. Then there's Jorge Paez, who may want to move up to 140 pounds. So there shouldn't be any shortage of good paydays for Chavez. One of the problems in America with Chavez, why he is not really a household name yet, is that he does not speak English. He's trying to learn English. Promoter Don King has been trying to school him on some English to make him a little bit more marketable, but he remains a big hero to the Latin fans. Merian trying to bore in with some wild shots, not really mounting any kind of an offense. Chavez looks like he's basically in there for a workout tonight. So calm, cool, and collected. Who can forget that memorable fight with Meldrick Taylor back in March of 1990, where Chavez appeared behind all the way. Taylor had the best of him until the final round, where Chavez unleashed a brutal attack, knocking Taylor down and prompting referee Richard Steele to stop at seconds before the final bell was to ring. That fight with enough controversy that people have been talking about a rematch ever since, and that would be a wildly anticipated rematch and would mean a lot to Chavez, and that he'd have an opportunity to win a fourth world title at 147 pounds. We'll see if that ever comes to fruition. Meanwhile, we are nearing the final seconds here of round number 2 as Chavez, you get the feeling he has not unleashed his best stuff against Jorge Merian. Here we go with round 3 action, scheduled for 10 rounds, non-title action. And there's the champion of the world, Julio César Chávez, in the blue trunks. In the black trunks, his opponent, Jorge Merian. Record of 26-4, 3 draws, 8 knockouts. Chavez, of course, 75-0 with 61 knockouts. Charles J. at ringside here in Mexico City. This is the main event of the evening. And Merian hasn't really, you take a look at the way he's throwing punches, not getting a whole lot of steam on those punches. So it's no wonder why he's only got 8 knockouts in 33 pro fights. Really can't match the firepower of Chavez, and you get the feeling that it's just a matter of time. Chavez unleashed a couple of good body shots in the last round, and a second ago there, nice left hook to the body of Merian. Chavez keeping himself busy in these non-title affairs while he waits for something bigger to come. Chance for you to fight and then all hang out in front of the hometown fans. No title on the line. But whenever Chavez jumps into the ring, got a chance to make history, extending the longest unbeaten streak from the start of a career out of any fighter. 75 and counting. Now he starts to unleash some solid, crisp punches. One of the great things about Chavez, a tremendous chin, tremendous will to win. Good fundamental boxing ability and good power. He throws good stiff punches. Knows how to wear his man down, especially to the body. The only knock on Chavez has been he's not a speed merchant. That was the problem against Taylor, and indicates to a lot of people that he may be very beatable. But he hasn't been beaten yet. Here we are in the final seconds of round number 3. We're scheduled for 10. Round 4, here we go. Julio César Chávez in the blue trunks. Of course, he's the 140-pound champion of the WBC and the IBF. In the black trunks with white trim is Jorge Alberto Merian, 26-4, 3 draws, 8 knockouts. He's the current Argentinian 140-pound champion. Scheduled for 10 rounds, non-title action. And it's Charles J. here reporting from ringside, bringing it all to you from Mexico City. Chance to see the master boxer in action. There you see Chavez just sort of shrugging those punches off as if hit by a fly. Pulls up the trunks and goes to work. Great leverage on his punches. There you see a triple left hook. The last one landing solidly to the head of Merian. There's a right hand. Chavez looks like he's just picking his spot, looking for that one opening where he can put Merian in a whole lot of trouble. That looked like a body shot that got Merian down. Pops back up. He'll take the mandatory 8 count. And he cannot continue. Merian cannot continue, and the winner inside of 2 minutes of the 4th round. And biding his time until he gets that next big payday. There was a left hook to the body of Merian. Let's see what punch did it. You see him getting in low, looking to land those shots at the body. It was an overhand right, but that didn't do it. There's a left hook to the body. And there's a right hand to the left side of Merian. Perhaps he bruised or cracked one of Merian's ribs, but Chavez is the winner, and in a second or two we're going to get a